even the holy objects, not all numberless Buddha, but even the every single holy object came from the every insects, every human being, every sentient being. So that's what that's not all Buddha, numberless Buddha came from them, but even every single status, that we collect the most unbelievable. But them is it cause happiness and cause enlightenment to others came from them. Came received from them, from every sentient being, every insect, every ant, every mosquitoes, every helping, every animals, every human being, every spirit, so every sentient being. So the most precious. Just by seeing, not but doesn't matter, you are devotional, non-devotional, Buddhist, not Buddhist, but just by seeing a statue of Buddha, you see, a painting of Buddha, then just by seeing, you collect far more numberless greater merit, numberless and greater merit, but numberless. So you create, you see. Then the next one you have to understand well. So for 100, for 100, I think 100 years, that but I don't, you get fainted, yeah? Eons, but how many eons? According to the number of the thin grass of the river Ganga, India, river Ganga. According to the number of the eons, how many? According to the number of the thin grass of river Ganga. That I always forget that one. Then it says, if you put all Tama Javas, if you put palms together like this, or of a flower, or incense, scented smell incense, or powder incense, there, stick incense, the smoke, the scent, the smell, all the incense stick in there, all light. So I was, before I was telling the people who are offering water ball, here so I was eating water ball. Before, there's not mentioned water ball, but it's same. This is everything, how can fit all the so yes, before I mentioned people they left, so I think people the last one left. What about so no good. Even greater merit and numberless times than seeing painting Buddha, statue of Buddha. 대회 쓰면 다음에 봐 계속 죄송해서 so that so 그래 그러니까 so incredible so many times we don't know that. So that statue, that's this statue. Even you know the statue, you don't do even this procession, putting pumpkins, nothing. This statue is So, where you collect, if you like this, So just by seeing you collect greater merit than before. Wow, all that. Just by seeing painting in the picture. Then that great merit, numberless. And then after that, if you learn it, greater, even greater than before. Numberless. Example with us. Right? So this all these holy objects that we say, wow, this is numberless holy objects, statues, came from this mosquito. By kindness, this mosquito. These ants, these tiny insects on the humidity wood. This, whatever the shape that looks like, a spider or whatever. Oh, that kindness, Papa, came from them. Wow. So precious, wow. They're so precious. Now I run my voice. Now I ran my voice. I'm safe. It's so incredible if you know. However. So their kindness, precious not by quality as a Buddha, but by kindness. Right? So precious. Most Buddha, that way all the time I pray. As I said before. Get liberated from Lord. If I remember them, you want to get about Lord, only die. Even free from sometimes, even free from Lord Nibbana, getting glad. Right. From Salakos Christian. Ba. So there, because so it all came from every sentiment, every insect, every so that's so precious. So why you think money is so precious? Why money is so precious? Everybody spend their life everybody. I mean, in the world, people who don't, especially, who doesn't practice pure dharma, so use their body, speech, mind, even him body precious, but they use the whole life totally for money, to collect money. And they die, suffer for the money. Yeah, that's what I'm using example. Money, because if you have money, then you can buy what you want, and that's it. You see, so it will get money for money is that. Yeah. So then but that's nothing. That's nothing. So yeah, but happiness comes from, as I said before, from the sentient things. All your happiness. From the beginners to birth now, temporal ultimate, liberation, enlightenment. Total, everything. Come from center. So offering service for them, even tiny insect, whatever they need, you offer. So even giving food to the ants, or not only big animal, but even tiny. Whatever you can serve, whatever happiness you can offer, save them from suffering. But whatever you can do is so important. So precious for you, so precious, the most precious for you. So precious. So important for you, so precious. Oh, wow. Anything you can do. So that's why motivation, benefit of sentient being, Oh, then you get up, dress, breakfast, benefit something with them. Yeah, for them to eat enlightenment, to free some of the and they would so to live, to work for them, to benefit them. Then yeah, so eating breakfast, then then going for work with that motivation to benefit to each enlightenment for something, so that I'm the puppet also. Or then for something during the work. Then you land, then you then go, then for some reason going for sleep and whatever. Person being everything person or even you are studying any subject or the Dharma, whatever. Yeah, I mean, meditation, everything, just person eating medicine, so it's very important. So the service that also becomes service to all sentiment. You see, to a number of sentiments. So every tiny insect, you go tiniest one in the water, ocean or something. I don't remember the name. But anyway, so like that, you see, so important. So you see, whatever you do, then by changing motivation for others, then become so important. Then become very important. So service. So you see, for you, then it's so important to bring for others. So the service for others. So even studying Dharma. Listen, reflection, even eating, sleeping. Then, you see, well, then your life is so happy. Most happy your life is. There's no regret. Now, when you die, very happy, so satisfied, so happy. And in the future, you are so happy. All the life to life, then great success, benefits and more realization and great benefits and then your happiness is increase life to life, go towards enlightenment. Wow. That you see okay, now the program so what I'm saying is so number is but I must start the story that we as I just mentioned so much benefit to you. Wow. So you go received by every single sentient beings, every single insect over there. Number is helping the hunger gospel. So sentient beings are most precious, most kind, most dear, wish fulfilling, your wish fulfilling. Temporary ultimate happiness, ultimate liberation, enlightenment. Then I told the monks, you see, I want to, I mentioned this many times there. I don't remember which text, Sutra text. I don't remember. Yeah. So, my Koni Namshi, my four surroundings. That's a Getsul male, female, and Gelong and male, female. So but there's a different connotation. One time it's only explained also different connotation. So They make an offering to me now. Muhammad, in the future, with devotion, offering to my Sunyan statues, painting statues, with faith, with devotion. Muhammad Tabai Sunyan Chavale. There's no difference at all. Exactly. Married exactly. And I mean, rapid husband exactly. Yes, you have offered to Buddha exactly so. When you were offering to my reflection, my statues, paintings from Buddha said that. You have to know in the heart all the time. Don't forget. Then you know how much you are so fortunate this time. Wow. And I'm going to be there. This, not even not even make offering. Just put down. I mean, sort of like, so yeah, not all people, but just so anyway. So you have to realize how you are so fortunate. Yeah, you have to realize. You have to know that. You have to remember that. It's possible every day. So that you pursue to clarify what's the matter. You see? Yeah, as mentioned there, not only seeing, people see. Difference makes it different to your life. So in the temperate pressure, make flower. There's few examples in the light of So yeah. What do you say? This kind of I'm repeating what I told the monks so kindness. I was saying that how sentence is so precious, so kind. Those who are like me then trying to realize, just go by. No, you see.